We'll call the meeting to order and ask for a roll call.
Blunier.
Say it one more time.
Blunier.
Here.
Hey, I don't want to get out.
Hilliard.
Here.
Leach.
Here.
Mennel. Newman.
Here.
Parrott.
Here.
We have a quorum.
You join me in pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There is no public hearings tonight, but we do have a presentation, a proclamation for motorcycle awareness. This month is the ABATE of Illinois. Yeah, go ahead, Bruce.
Whereas safety is the highest priority for the highways and streets of our village and state. And whereas the great state of Illinois is proud to be a national leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness. Whereas motorcycles are a primary, common, and economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear and contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestion. And whereas it is especially meaningful that the citizens of our village and state be aware of motorcycles on the roadway and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety. And whereas members of ABATE of Illinois, Inc., a brotherhood aimed towards education, continually promote motorcycle safety, education, and awareness in high school drivers' education programs and to the general public in our village and state, presenting motorcycle awareness programs to over 120,000 participants in Illinois over the past 9 years. Whereas all motorcyclists should join ABATE of Illinois, Inc. in actively promoting the safe operation of motorcycles, as well as promoting motorcycle safety, education, awareness, and respect of citizens of our village and state. And whereas the motorcyclists of Illinois have contributed extensive volunteerism and money to national and community charitable organizations. And whereas during the month of May, all roadway users should unite in the safe sharing of roadways within the village of Morton and throughout the great state of Illinois. Therefore, I, Jeffrey L. Kaufman, President of the village of Morton in the great state of Illinois, in recognition of 38 years of ABATE of Illinois, Inc., and over 352,318 registered motorcyclists statewide, and in recognition of the continued role Illinois serves as a leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, do hereby proclaim the month of May this year, 2025, as Motorcycle Awareness Month in the village of Morton, and urge all motorcyclists to join in an effort to improve safety and awareness of our roadways. In witness that, I have hereunto set my hand and cause a seal of the village of Morton to be affixed, dated this 5th day of May, 2025. Nope, that's your proclamation. No vote needed.
All right, thank you, Pat. Public comment. Anybody like to make a public comment? If not, the consent agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes, the regular meeting of April 21, 2025, and the approval of the bills. If we could have a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrott.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Yeah, tonight I'd like to ask for the reappointment of Mary Spar to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Her term would be ending April 30th, 2030. If we could have a motion.
Move to approve. Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrott.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The only other thing I'd like to speak on is I got invited to a policeman's wedding this weekend, Connor Peterfish and his wife Rachel, and we have some outstanding officers. There's about a dozen officers and their spouses there, and we are a very fortunate community to have that nice officers. The camaraderie was astounding, and it was a good time for all, but a very nice young couple. And they told me the last wedding was 8 years ago when Sergeant Logan Noble I believe I got the right one, got married in 18. So they're all married. So, just to keep the public informed. Other than that, village clerk,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
village administrator.
I have one item tonight, Your Honor. It's ordinance 26-01, which is an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 8, Section 6 of the Morton Municipal Code regarding the number of authorized liquor licenses.
We could have a motion.
So moved. Second.
Basically, this is the renewals that each year they all renew for May 1st. The only change in licenses issued that we had was a reduction in Class E and Class G by 1, and that is the closing of Scrolls. They used to have a license where liquor could be carried into their rental space that they had there. And then, just for information's sake, the Class H is just a temporary license that we issue to not-for-profit organizations, and so rather than having an ordinance come to the board every time we issue one of those, because they only last for 7 days, I just had the language changed that it auto expires after 7 days. So.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Motion passes.
That's all I have.
Chief of Police. Director of Fire, I'm sorry, Corporation Counsel.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency Services.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Public Works.
Two items tonight, Your Honor. First is item A, it's Resolution 01-26. This is a resolution authorizing joint PUATS funding agreement for 2026 fiscal year.
You could have a motion.
So moved. Second.
Could you explain that?
Yeah, this is our participation based on MFT. So our allotment's $9,524.29, and this is for the Peoria Peak and Urbanized Area Program.
Any questions? If not, call the roll.
Mennel.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next is item B. This is Resolution 02-26. This is the IDOT supplemental resolution for MFT funds.
We got a motion.
Second.
This just increases it by $5,000. We're actually still under budget. The way we submitted ours on February 25th had some other items like spray patching and that, and IDOT flagged it. So we'll still be under the budget that we had, and the prices were still good.
Okay. Any questions? Call the roll.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Motion passes.
That's all I have tonight, Your Honor.
Okay. Zoning and code enforcement.
Several items tonight, Your Honor. First being item A, petition 25-2-02, SP, a publicly owned park, a dog park, at 420 East Washington Street.
Move to approve.
Second.
Bill, you have any comments?
The petitioner is the Morton Park District, represented by Joel Dickerson, the director. This was brought forth to the Plan Commission at our meeting on the 28th. They gave it a unanimous recommendation to approve. And I've included all of the site plan in your packets as well as the actual transcripts and minutes from that meeting. So you guys can know where the Planning Commission left it.
Okay. Any questions?
No, comment.
Okay.
I was at the Planning Commission meeting. One of the things that the Planning Commission talked about was giving a favorable recommendation, but also they wanted to look at hours of operation on that. One of the things that the time frame which they recommended was a dawn to dusk. I have a couple comments on that. One is I believe that that's a unreasonable time frame. I find that unreasonable because of one, it'll be dawn at 5 a.m. coming here during the summer, and it'll be dusk at 5 p.m. as we get into the winter. And I think if you look at dawn to dusk merely on its own, on its face, it is not reasonable. We also have a noise ordinance in our community which allows individuals to mow or to make noise at 8 a.m. and it lasts until 9 p.m. However, with that being said, I don't believe it's our place to tell another public body on what time frame they should operate their area. I think our task is merely to approve whether or not this space is suitable for the dog park or not. And I think that in its form is what we should be tasked with, and not dictate what, what hours of operation they should have.
I would agree with that.
As I read through the minutes of that, of your planning commission meeting, I wondered how you gonna enforce that line. And curious how the chief of police felt about that.
I think what Trustee Hilliard said, referencing the noise ordinance, that's something obviously that we lean on as far as the basis to establish what's reasonable and what's not reasonable. And I think in this instance, the same would probably apply.
I think one of the concerns is that an individual from the public that spoke has rental property within the area. He doesn't live there himself, but has renters, and is concerned about the noise that might come from this. Now, I find it very similar to other parks in our community that are around town, or even our schools, which have activities that go on. That should be somewhat expected, that there's going to be some kind of a noise emanate from those locations, and I think that this would be as well. So it's going to be a lot better than it was. Many of us remember in the middle of the night when we had the trains going by there. So this will be much better than that.
Better than a grain.
Than the grain elevator that operated as well.
Well, I frequent the other dog park out at Oakwood Park a lot, like almost on a daily basis, and yeah, there's dogs that bark, but it's not noisy. And out there's not, dogs don't go out there and just bark the whole time. I wouldn't expect that to be an issue here.
Okay, any other comments?
Just one point for clarity, the motion as made did not include any conditions on the awards, so we're voting on whether to award it without, free of any conditions that may have been recommended.
Okay. All right, call the roll.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next item tonight is item B, an easement vacation plat for lots 80 and 81 in Wolf Crossing, pin 060605, 202, 023, and pin 060605, 202, 024.
We have a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
This is a property owner has two different parcels out at the west end of Timberwolf Drive. They're seeking to combine those lots, build a new house. Part of that is going to be vacating that utility easement in the middle of those two parcels, and this is just for our portion of that vacation. We're not going to be permitting any construction until we have all utilities compiled and everyone's signed off on vacating that easement.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Blunier.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The last item is item C, the permit type reports for FY25 Q4 summary and the FY25 permit summary. That is just the last quarter of FY25's permit summary based on the type of permit, the valuation, and the fee totals, as well as FY25 entire year summary. Just to look over, if you have any questions, let me know. But I also plan on next meeting following up with a 5-year comparison for the last 5 years as a whole. So I'll include that on the next meeting.
Does anyone have any questions?
Just to say thanks again for the report. We'll appreciate it.
And I'll just make a comment. I got a fence permit a couple weeks ago, and the new system where you can put everything in online, I mean, it couldn't be easier to do permits, so good work.
All right. That's all?
Sir?
Village trustees, anyone have anything? All right. So if trustee Newman can meet me at the podium. do that after.
Okay.
Give me out.
I thank you. Thank you for your 8 years of service. We have a little something here for you. 8 years trustee for the Village of Morton. Thank you for your 8 years of service, May 1st, 2017 to May 30th, 2025. So thank you. I took your advice. We talked one night after the meeting. He asked everything we got was going on, and I told him everything. He was kind of shocked. He goes, well, he said, just keep us all informed. So I've tried to do it, Ken. So thanks for the advice, and it seems to work. We have a very good board, so.
No, it's really been an honor to have had the opportunity to serve the Village of Morton in the role of village trustee. It's been a pleasure really to work with the board members, the current ones, a couple of past ones, staff. We do have fantastic staff here that take care of all the business pretty much, and a mayor that does. So, no, it's been a pleasure again to serve, and I just felt like it was time to retire for the second time.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so, no, it's been great.
So if we could have a motion to adjourn to side-eye? Yeah, Ken, you're going to vote on this one, so you can do it from there if you want. Need you one more time. So if we could have adjournment to side-eye?
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Here, we're going to do it right here. Here, over
Just want to
here.
make sure. Got it. All right.
That way we get the flag in.
Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Samuel Taylor,
having been elected to the office of village clerk
having been elected to the office of village clerk
of the Village of Morton
of the Village of Morton
in the county of Tazewell,
in the county of Tazewell,
state of Illinois,
the state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village clerk
of the office of village clerk
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Sam's second try. He swore me in before for a few times, so.
Give it one more go. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
Jeff Kaufman,
having been elected to the office
having been elected to the office
of village president
village president
in the county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
in the county of Tazewell, the state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village president
of the office of village president
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Craig Hilliard,
having been elected to the office
having been elected to the office
of village trustee
of village trustee
in the county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
in the county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village trustee
of the office of village trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I state your name,
I, Nate Parrott,
having been elected to the office
having been elected to the office
of village trustee
of village trustee
in the county of Tazewell, state of,
in the county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
there you go. Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village trustee
of the office of village trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, John Stroh,
having been elected to the office
having been elected to the office
of village trustee
of village trustee
in the county of Tazewell, state of Illinois,
County of Tazewell, State of Illinois,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village trustee
of the office of village trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Again, I'd like to thank trustee Newman for his 8 years and welcome John to the board. So if we could have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That's it.